Welcome back. I'll be the first to admit, a new season usually means an excuse to buy an entire new wardrobe, but most of us admittedly already have what we need in our own closets to make that transition to fall. And here to tell us, honey, we have clothes at home in her best mom fashion voice is stylist and author Heather Newberger. Hey, Heather.
Hey, I always want to be your mom fashion voice.
Yes, we have clothes at home. You don't need it. First of all, a lot of people, I think, disagree with that. They assume they don't have the pieces that they need to stay on trend. And you're saying that isn't the case. So how do we kind of take inventory of our own closets to know what to keep and change about when it comes to season changes?
Well, I think it's always so important to sort of have your finger on the pulse of what your wardrobe looks like. So whether it's spring, summer, fall, winter, you really want to think and take inventory of those pieces so that you have an idea of what can kind of transition from each one and be reimagined. This year, we're really seeing so many pieces from summer kind of coming back into fall. So I would say take stock of the things you love and don't put them away just yet. You might want to keep them.
And there is one thing that you recommend, one item that looks good on everyone. What is that?
It's the button down. I know that sounds crazy, but whether it's sort of oversized or fitted, button downs add such beautiful structure to the body, and they really always look great on anyone. So right there, you see an image of myself reimagining the button down and playing with it in all different sorts of styles. You know, you can just wear it by itself. You can throw it with a sweater, a jumpsuit. There's so many different ways that you can play with it this fall. And I love a little pattern. So I say, why don't you try mixing it up in terms of colors and in terms of sheen and shine to add something extra to your look.
Yeah, and speaking of sweaters, you're actually in one of the ones we talked about last week from the Target line.
I stayed up until 3 a.m. just like I said I would. I did it. And I got one of the Rachel Comey pieces that I'm thrilled about. This is one of those sweaters, and I'm in love.
It was all worth it. All right, and one item also making a comeback is trousers. How can we dress them down and then spice them up for maybe a fall night out?
So what I think is really fun about trousers right now is that we're really taking the idea of workwear and we're sort of breaking it down. So you might have some suits in your closet or sort of different pieces that you think would look really good together, and that's kind of what you've worn to the office in the past. But now what we're doing is we're taking those pieces and we're breaking them up. So we're saying, hey, try out this outfit maybe with a jean jacket or a t-shirt, or why don't you put something, like that tank you're seeing on me right there, which I know is not perfect for fall, but it does really dress down those trousers. So think about each one of these pieces as something that you can really incorporate into your wardrobe, whether it used to be for work or not, because now the lines are so blurred. Nothing really matters.
Yeah, and speaking to that, a lot of people associate fall colors as mute or even drab, and you're saying make them bold instead, right?
Yes, don't put your bold colors away from spring. What we're really doing this fall is we're taking a lot of those spring, summer bold colors and we're bringing them back into our wardrobe, especially when it comes to color blocking. So take those, light blue cyans, take those pinks, take those purples, really bring them into your closet. Unfortunately, I don't own anything that's a bold color, so I could not show you how to wear it. But that's on me, and hopefully next spring, summer, I'll be able to purchase a couple.
You need to take your own mom fashion advice here, Heather, and get those bold colors. And one thing we need to talk about when it comes to fall 2022 is that we're coming off a pandemic, or still in one for the most part, and workwear, as you said, has kind of changed. A lot of people not even using workwear, but does that mean that our outfits for socializing and going out have also made that transition and changed as well? What should we be focusing on when curating our wardrobe?
I absolutely think that when we're seeing workwear, it's really being sort of like deconstructed in front of our very eyes. So again, instead of wearing a suit or something, I'm really suggesting that people kind of lean into wearing t-shirts with their trousers. They lean into wearing, like I showed, like a fun jean jumpsuit with a button down. These things don't have to be so serious any longer, because really, if you're not working on Wall Street, no one's really kind of expecting you to wear those things. And actually, it's a really cool opportunity for people to show off their personal style, which is so individual and really is something that is sad when it's taken away from us and we sort of feel like we have to be in a corporate environment.
Yeah, so many people thankful for that shift so they can show exactly who they are. And honestly, sometimes you see the clothes and you can relate to someone based on the same styles that you like. So stylist and author Heather Newberger, thank you so much. We'll see you again next Friday. You guys make sure you're following her on Instagram. That's at Heather Newberger, as well as picking up a copy of her book, How to Date Your Wardrobe.